Well, hello everyone, and today I'm back behind the big machine, my Tyros 2. And today we're going to record some Midi, and we're going to record Midi onto an audio on this side. So we've got two players on this. We've got a Midi player, an audio player, and I'll end up with a stereo audio track of my performance, which I can upload on the internet. I could maybe put it on my iPad as a backing track as well if I wanted, or use it in a lot of different ways. So before we do anything, in order to record the audio on your Tyros, you need to have a hard drive fitted. Now check your Tyros, see did it come with a hard drive. If it did, great. It's a drive similar to this. So that's a hard drive. It'll be about 20 gigs, I'd say, it'll probably take, and it's that kind of a drive. It's not an SSD drive, but it does the trick fine, and it allows you to do recording and also to set up your tracks and shows, and you've got endless amount of registrations for playing and so on. But we're not going to get into any of that today. Basically, that's what you need to do. Why might I want to record a Midi onto a thing? Well, just say I buy a commercial Midi file. I can load it in here, and then just say I don't want to bring out my big keyboard, and I want to go and do a guest spot, or I want to just go with my iPad. I can take my Yamaha sounds on my audio file, load them on my iPad, and play them back with an app, which I have done some videos on. Good apps that you can use with your iPad to play back your tracks. So this is the way of making your tracks. Also, you can record on here in Midi, and then you can edit that Midi. So just say you want to take out, if it's a commercial file that you've bought and you're playing guitar or keyboard or guitar or something on it, you can mute the part of the track that you want to mute. And then you can record and you make your audio track minus the part that you're going to play yourself. So that's very handy. So for editing purposes. Now, of course, you can record onto the audio side itself if you're doing a performance, but you cannot edit out any mistakes in Midi, because you've got to have a perfect performance. That's normally how I played, or all of my instrumentals that I have done. I have played them on the fly, fully live, straight onto the audio recorder, and sometimes you might see an odd bit of a mistake, but normally you do it a couple of times and you'll have it. So it's all practice again, I suppose. So the Midi file player here is very handy, and the other thing is we don't need to connect up any cables or nothing, so you get a very clean sound because you're staying inside Tyros itself, and you're not actually coming out anywhere else. So you're not going to get any hum or buzz or feedback or any of that. It's just when you set your levels here correct and so on. So we're going to start now, and we're going to start by, I'm going to record something on here on the Midi side, rather than using a bought file. Now I could use a bought file, but we have all these copyright problems on YouTube, which I won't get into that, but I'm going to play something here myself in the Midi, and then I'm going to record that Midi onto the audio recorder. So that's what we're doing today. Now the first thing we're going to do is set up the Midi recorder here to record. So it's very simple. You don't need to worry about levels or anything here, because we're recording in Midi, and it'll record here onto all these tracks. So you've got 16 Midi tracks, which is standard Midi format. And if we press the record button here to arm the records for recording, press that. Now you can see all these recording tracks here now up to 1 to 16 are waiting to be recorded onto. And you can see that the play button and the pause button is flashing. So when I hit that, and then anything I play then will be recorded onto these tracks and individual tracks. So that's ready to go, so now I'm going to record something and then we'll take the next step from there, okay? Also, if you do like this video, please give me a like down below and don't forget to subscribe to my channel as well, it'd be much appreciated. Right, record. Okay, my recording finished. Press stop. Please wait. Let's play back to my recording. Okay, so now the next part of this video I'm going to record what I've done here. I'm going to record it onto this audio side here. So that's the next part of the video. Recording from the Midi side onto the audio side is the next part of it. Okay. Okay, so next job now is to record on here onto the audio recorder, which is on this side, and those are the transport controls and the settings for that here. So we're going to press select first because we've got to make a file. And if you're in this menu here and you're not wondering where do I set up this for recording, you have to change menu here, which is that one. So you go change menu and then you get those, which is to work the audio recording. Now some people have trouble finding that. And then it says new export playlist. So you go to the new, and then it'll give you a file here. So we'll delete that and we'll call this M4 just for the sake of a name, right? You can call it, name these things anything you want. And then we'll go OK. So now we've created a file on our hard drive that our audio recording is going to go into. So next now we need to set up our recorder. So you go over here to the settings, you click on the settings, and then you will get your audio recorder up. So this is the playback, and this is the recording monitor, and this is the one we're interested in here for this. So the next thing we got to do is, well, before we do that, we just go back here to record mode, and we set this from normal record up to normal record plus playback up to normal record. And then we'll come back here again to our recorder. So now we've got to play our file. So our file is on here, on our Midi file, that we just after recording. So if we hit the play button, we're going to set our levels here using the up and down here, or the wheel. So here we go now. So now you can see there that it's peaking. So we don't want that, so we've got to take down that level. Okay, so we got the level running there between 12 and 6, which is what you should be aiming for in your recordings. So between 12 and 6. Now, the next thing now we got to do, with that set up, our recorder's ready to go. We have our file here ready to play back. Now we need to air our recording here, our hard disk recorder. So we go to record, and now it's aired, and you'll see it coming up here, and then you see the clock. And now we press the play pause button, and that will set our recorder going, and then we'll let go for a little bit, and then we'll press here to start our file. So here we go. Now, then we go to stop. Let's stop our recording. So it says please wait. Now, we have our recording made here in audio, and we've got a save button and a normalize button. So we have to make sure that we save it, because if we change to anything else, we will lose our recording. So we can just play it back a bit first. We can normalize it if we want. I normally don't normalize it here, but you could do that if you wanted. That's entirely up to you. So we'll just play back a little bit of it here. So you can see here now the playback. Right, so I'm happy with that. That's good recording. So then we go to save. And it'll tell you here now, it'll say save this data in M4 audio. So it's going to save it as a wave audio file, a high resolution 41 kilobit to 16 kilobit file. So it's going to save it in as M4, which is the file that we made earlier on. And we're going to go OK. And now it's executing, so do not turn off your machine or do anything else. So just wait and let it save. Now your recording is saved. And if we go here to select, you can see here now in the audio file that I've got M4, which is the file that we made. So I could take a thumb drive, put it in here and copy it and upload it on the internet or whatever I wanted to do. So that's it, recording made. Now remember, music should be fun, so no matter what instrument you have, whether you have a guitar, keyboards, whatever you have, even a drums, whatever you have some fun with your music. Music should be fun. And enjoy. Thank you.